Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this live Q&A on Wednesday night with me, Leon BARTROPP, and you, the community, helping you to put more fish on the bank. Excuse me, I've still got a bit of a sore throat from the cold that I had. A few people coming in now. Evening UK Carper, evening Mark Smith on Facebook. For one carp, evening Maximus Carpus. Hi mate. Sona 2, hi. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, Anthony Broomhead. Michael Goodyear, evening. Evening, Neil Reiki. Hope you're all well and enjoying the Wednesday night. Just have a little sip, a little brew up. Let's wait for a few more of you to come in. Look on Facebook as well. Evening, Dave King, Luke Bailey, Jason Lewis on Facebook. Hope you're well. There we go. We've got 60 people in the house on Facebook, 151 on YouTube. Yeah, that's the man cup. There we go, guys. Look, that's the man cup. That's the cup I've been using the last couple of days. I can't get away from it now. I've been filling it right up to the top. It's been lasting me about 2 hours. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I'm really impressed with it. Comes with a nice lid. Look, comes with a nice lid. And you can sip it like you do with your Costa coffee. That fits on top like that, nicely. Push down. It's a nice bit of kit. So yeah, links for this are in the description of YouTube and description of Facebook when both the streams load up. Yes, plenty of Yorkshire tea in that one, Jonathan. Oi, Trevor Outway. Graham the Dodge Green, evening to you. Steve Langley, that's not a cup. No, it's not. It's a it's a monster cup, isn't it? It's massive. But I tell you what, if you like your cup of tea like I do when you're fishing, you get about 2.5 cups in there. The main thing is it keeps warm. I need a cup and saucer, Ben Penfold is saying. Will Coakley says, hi Leon, bloody freezing out here, coming a big comment. Yep, I've just got back from 2 nights fishing. And it was freezing at night. During the day, it was beautiful. It was like 11, 12 degrees. Absolutely lovely. Them fish are definitely starting to move about. I see one fish about 11:30 last night, crashed out the water near my left-hand rod. One little tiny little liner over the 2 days. But apart from that, nothing else was out. A few fish were seen on the morning I got down there. But apart from that, very, very, very quiet. Where's the carp dog? He's around somewhere. I can hear him snuffling around. Darren Wilkinson said it looks like a cocktail shaker. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I think you. Yeah. Don't tell Mrs. B that. She want it for that. Evening, the obsessive carp. I hope you're well, mate. Darren Rossum are at their qualifier this weekend at Farlow. So let's all wish them the best of luck of getting through. If anyone can get through, it's the obsessive carper and Rossum who fish it quite a bit over the years. And I wish them the best of luck. And if you haven't checked out the Obsessive Carper's YouTube channel, he's got loads of videos about Farlows, about willows. He does a live stream as well on a Thursday night. And, you know, it's just normal, down to earth, fishing talk, helping people. And, you know, it's just a extension of this, you know, the same type of people in there. So if you haven't checked it out yet, his channel, the Obsessive Carper, get yourself over there and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that little bell notification, and that means you'll get notified every time he does a live stream or a new video about Farlows or willows or wherever. So yeah, there you go. Evening, Paul White, Hoxton's Carp Life. Evening. He's got a channel as well, YouTube channel. Check his channel out. Alex Booth, good evening, mate. 209 people in the house tonight already on YouTube. 61 in Facebook. Now, on Sunday night when we done the live 10,000 plus subscriber giveaway, there was I look back and there was 704 people in the live stream at one point. 704 people. That is absolutely madness. From where we've come from a year ago, when I think there was about 20 people in the live stream, 704 people last Sunday night. So you'd all give yourselves a big clap on the back, and I thank you really for supporting the channel and what we do here anyway. And yeah, thanks for all the guys who donated super chats last Sunday as well. So really, really appreciate it. What's the plan for the summer vlog? We got to do the spring vlog next. The spring vlog's coming next. We've got the last winter vlog coming this Monday coming. That'll be the last one. And then the following week will be the start of the spring vlog. What is that noise? Come here, look. Come here. There he is. He's got a bone, you see. He didn't want me going near it. Here he is, look. He wants to get back. Wants to get back to his bone. Can you hear him growling? He goes mental. It's like that with a steak and all. Won't be long, Adam, Wally. Won't be long. Usually takes 7 to 10 days. Evening, Lee Guy. I hope you're well as well. Maximus Carpus, Alien Lake. Yes, spring vlogs which start Monday week. It'll be the Alien Lake, the Park Lake, and wherever else I fancy going as well. And then the summer vlogs are going to be the Deep Lake up in Peterborough and maybe the Park Lake if I rejoin. So we shall see. So yeah, we've got lots going on. Probably going to swap it around a bit. I'm going to get a lot more sort of bits of kit and out of tie rigs and out of tie line and all those sort of bits in the vlog. So the vlog may start to get to about 40-45 minutes long, because it'd be jam-packed with loads of kit. We're going to have like product of the week or kit of the week or that type of thing. Just so, you know, because I know you guys, you enjoy the vlogs and that's where you want to get the information from. Rather than seeing the separate videos that I do, you want it all in that vlog so you can watch it all in one go, get all that information. And, of course, we'll be doing the 2 live streams as well. Yeah, Carp Dog weren't happy at all. Adam, was he, eh? Yeah, snow again. I saw that. Who saw that on the weather? Snow again the weekend. Beast from the east too, apparently. Snow again. Bloody hell, how mad is that? Good luck, the obsessive carper. You qualify with snow. Although snow normally means, well, it does mean low pressure. And that's a good, you know, on a late night Farlows, you got a good chance of catching, I reckon. Mike Blake says, boilies, start to fill it in now. It all depends on what type of lake you're on. If you're on a heavily stocked lake, that water temperature is starting to move up. They're going to go down a bit the weekend. But I took the water temperature yesterday and it was 9 degrees. So to me, anything above 10 degrees, that's the start of spring. That's when they start to feed a bit more heavier. So, yeah. So, Mike, it depends on the lake you're fishing. If I was going to Linear or, say, Willow Park, I'd put a bit of bait in. Definitely, 100% put a bit of bait in now. Those water temperatures, those daylight hours, clocks go forward in a couple of weeks' time, don't they? So, you know, it's not... They would all be on it soon. Evening, Reese Clark. Yeah, Peter Stradzewski says, down to -6 on the weekend here in Germany. Bloody hell. Cheers, Neil Wright. Glad you like it. The photo, he says he loved the photo of Raysbury. I've been really pumping out some photos of fish captures and everything on Instagram. Again, guys, if you like decent photos of, you know, of my fishing and other bits and pieces, check out my Instagram account. Again, Leon BARTROPP Carper. It's all the same. Ben Scott, it says, walked past yesterday at 16:30. Well, wanted to say hi, but was scared to get locked in. Keep up the good work. No problem. That was you who turned around and smiled at me. I was wondering who the bloody hell's that. I thought I was going to get raped or something. I thought, God, as soon as it gets dark, he'd be back. But yeah, if that was you should have stayed and said hello, mate. Evening, Brian Mills. Hope you're well. Again, Brian's got his own little YouTube channel as well. If you haven't checked that out. Yes, we must do a little shout out tonight. Rooster Neltfall says, for old Jim Bowen, look at what you could have won. Shame to see him. I sort of grew up with him with bullies, the old darts and that, many years ago. So he's passed away, hasn't he? So Stephen Hawkins, he's passed away. They're all dropping by the wayside again, aren't they? Paul One Carpet says, loving the new t-shirts. Yeah, guys, look, I'll show you a design that my good friend for many years, Jamie Smith from Carpy Kettles, has done for me. Look at this design. Tell me what you think. Look at that design. He's etched that. He's etched that, and that's a scan of the design. Look at that. That's one of about 4 that we're going to be doing. Looks rather good, doesn't it? And here is... That's the first sort of phase of what it might look like. Got to put it through a few things to get that corners out and all that type of stuff. But that's roughly what it's going to look like, guys. So wait for those. It's going to be about 4 different ones in the series. Yeah, I hope you enjoy them. I thought I'd do something a little bit different for the next load of t-shirts for the spring and summer. So there you go. Hope you like them. Yeah, I mean, that's going to go on a cup and everything. So, you know, going to t-shirts, hoodies, cups, the lot. Hi, Nick Minter. So you definitely went for the Ultra 60 in the end. Chris Collins says, Nick says, where's his Coleman filler called the Van Boys? Next time I see him, I will give him one. Don't worry. Tell him I said hello anyway. I haven't seen him for a long time. Yeah, he's a very talented bloke. He's had Jamie Smith. Very, very talented. I think I've got... Hang on a minute. I've got another one. Yeah. This is one of the other ones. It's going to be on the t-shirt. The old linear like that. Look. So yeah, we're going to up the old t-shirt game a bit. And, you know, but that's the sort of thing I want to wear. You know, I love wearing a black chicken and it only takes one bite, but it'd be nice to have something carpy, real carpy, wouldn't it? Cheers, Tommy Kavanagh. Need to put steak dog on some, yeah. Hi, Martin Hollick. Hope you're well. Hi, Graham Rowland. Hope you're well. Graham Rowland says, hi, Leon. How's trips? Missed a few vlogs. He's been working in Thailand. You lucky sod, Graham. You lucky sod. God, blimey. Yeah, I'm good, Graham. I hope you are as well, mate. Cheers, Cliff Mortimer. Martin Hollick's tuning in from Spain. A little shout out to Mrs. Jessica Whitty who's watching. Yeah, Nick Minter says, how about a big teaspoon on a t-shirt? How about spoon of death on there? One of them dirty, filthy spoon of deaths that I use. That could be good, couldn't it? Evening, James Medwick. I've got Maximus Carpus. I've got a t-shirt we keep on keeping on. There's a whole host of t-shirts on there. If you want to check them out, leoncarper.com. So where I want you to put in the comments section where you're tuning in from. So if you're in Kent, like I'm, be Kent, England, or if you're in Thailand, Graham, or if you're in Germany, put Germany. One line, where you're tuning in from, what county or what country you're tuning in from. If you're in a different country, put the town you're coming from. It's always good to see where people are. Bob Penfold, Romford. Yeah, no, Romford well. Bristol, Andrew Books. H. McGregor, Coventry. Bedford, Tom Marvin. Essex, Nick Minter. I'm an old Essex, East London boy myself. Devon. Brian Mills is tuning in from the front room. Love it, Brian. Love it. Wigan. Erith, Kent. Know that as well. Southend, yeah. Used to get off me nut in Southend. Munster, Germany, yeah. Bedford. Grantham, Lincolnshire. Exeter. Deptford, South London. East London. Man after me own heart. Here we go, Tommy B. Still blanking, so renamed the lake the Punisher. Southampton, Bangkok, Worthington. Oh, lucky sod. Cock bang, I like to call it. What flavour is me liquid, Tom? It is Heisenberg, I think it's called. St Helens, Ashford, Kent, just up the road from me. Near Maidstone, yep, I'm near Maidstone as well. Jamie Collins, Sidcup, Kent, Dudley. Cairn, Wiltshire, Kettering. Only Ways Essex, You Toxiter, Nottingham, every bloody where, aren't we, guys? It's crazy. Our technology now, you can tune in from wherever you are in the world, and you can speak to me, or you can do a, you know, whatever. You can watch anything or see anyone, or Facebook or whatever. Maximus, I'm from Canning Town but live in South London now. You went to the dark side then, Maximus. You went to the dark side. Yeah, I see that, Tommy B. I was just waiting for everyone else to have a look. There we go. Tommy B says, hi again. DIY rod building, great skill to learn. Yeah, there used to be lots of people around, Tommy B, didn't there? First of all, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate all the super chats you guys send. It seems to be, years ago, everyone used to whip a few rings on, or, you know, do a bit of rod building themselves, or there were some really good rod builders about. Seems to be less and less people doing it now. I mean, I can't off the top of my head think of anyone. I mean, there used to be Nick Buss, I think he's sort of semi-retired, that actually builds rods anymore. You know, I know Dave Black used to, but he doesn't do Black's rods anymore. You know, it used to be a real skill, and there used to be quite a few people doing it. I don't hear of many people anymore actually having a business building rods or learning to do it themselves. I'd love to hear from you guys if you are in the rod building business. Love to hear it, because you know, it shouldn't be a dying trade, should it? Harwich and Colchester, Paul Southgate. Little shout out to Emma Downs, who lets him go fishing. Lets John Marnie go fishing. There you go. Good on you. Let us ladies see Mrs. B. Blimey, Mrs. B's downstairs, a comatose, watching Coronation Street or something. I'm probably tuning into this now, you know. She's proper sneaky. She wants to know what's going on all the time. Bob the Rod at Robinson's, good old Robbo's in Dagenham. I'm good, Lewis Davis. Nick Buss, yeah, I know Nick for many years. Haven't seen him for quite a while. Bruce Ashby, he's dead, unfortunately. He passed away a couple of years back. Chris Holmes builds rods. Yeah, Carl G used to have a rod building company. Dimag Tackle. Cotswolds rods, yeah. Yeah, Tommy B, thanks for another super chat, Tommy. Tommy B says, blanks got too expensive. Minimum orders were huge. So that's why a lot of the guys stopped doing it. You know, stopped doing it unless they've got a big clientele where they can afford to buy in big minimum orders. Thanks for that, Tommy B. Really appreciate it. Can't be Stevo's from Nottingham. Neil Bates says, talk tackle prices for Mrs. B. I don't think so, Neil. Yep. Northwestern is... Carl G used to own that. Northwestern. Bob at Foster's. Oak Carp says he's going to Linear in Easter holidays. Any tips? I'll tell you what, I haven't fished it for many years, but every year I speak to people who go there and fish it on a regular basis, and they like little bits. You know, they don't like lots of big boilies. They like little bits. They like yellow and they like zig. They like the zigs this time of the year. But get, you know, spot out a little bed of maize and hemp and sweet corn and stuff like that, and fish a couple of bits of plastic or little 10mm pop-ups over the top, maybe a couple of handfuls of maggots in there, and fish either one or two other rods on the zigs. That's what I'll do, Oak Farm. Yeah, LSC 73 said, Oak Carp, find a swim. It might well be there. Evening, Dan B. Tommy B says, guy on eBay has excellent glass fibre blanks. Oliver's of Nebworth. Glass is underrated. Do you know what? I haven't seen a glass fibre blank for many, many, many years. 777 Darcy, thank you very much for watching the vids, mate, and glad that you get some enjoyment and you'll get something out of them. Phil Guy says, Leon, what bed system do you reckon, mate? I use 2 different bed systems. One for spring and summer and autumn. I use the Witchwood Compact. Me and the pork chop get on that with a 40 sleeping bag. For the winter, like I've been using all this winter, I use a Fox flat lighter that I got about 4 or 5 years ago that I'm still using. Maybe upgrading to a solar one in the near future. We'll have to see, or a Nash one, not sure. With a zip-in, the sleep system type. That's the 2 I use. Yeah, Neil Baton says 3 degrees on Saturday. What's all that about? I really don't know. I'm looking at it, and for about 3 or 4 days, you've got -3, -2, and 3 or 4 degrees during the daytime. Maximus Carper says, Leon, you will start doing a bit of cooking vlogs with the food that Miss B get you, mate, just like Rich Monkey. Well, I do put a little bit of cooking, what she gets me from Asda or Lidl or Tesco's or whatever, into the vlogs as well. Jack Stone says, when are we doing a viewer social? Something I want to arrange at some point. Danny Moon said he's got a Quad Connect stove, ain't used it yet. What's your view? Well, I know they had initial problems with it, didn't they? But I'm pretty sure that got sorted out. I've seen them. They look quite nice and stable to get your Rich Monkey on top. But I haven't used one, haven't seen one fired up. So unless I use something, or someone said to me, yeah, that's the nuts, that's really good, or I trust, I don't like to give an opinion on something. The Manchester Carper says, can you help his channel and sub? He's got a very good channel as well. He's just started out as well. Give him some support. The Manchester Carper. And thanks for the super chat, Manchester Carper. Yeah, Lee Guy says, bloody typical. Just as the temperatures of water was creeping back up again, we're getting minus and cold winds and everything. I mean, it's going northeasterly, I think. Jack Stone says, how's it going? How do you choose what hook link material to use? Well, I've used loads of different ones over the years. Chrysler ones are pretty good. I use the jelly wire, £25. I've sort of flicked between that and other ones over the years, but that's another good hook link as well. The jelly wire by PB Products or by Atomic Tackle. Carpy Steve says, just order one of these cups. Let me know how you get on with it, Carpy Steve, because I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. It's a double-walled vacuum, so that's why it keeps the heat or the cold. This cap apparently is BPA free. Now, I had no idea what that meant. I didn't have a Scooby-Doo, so I had to look it up on the internet. What it is a lot of companies, they treat the inside of cups and plates and stuff with a resin which has got BPA in it, which can cause respiratory problems or, blood pressure and bloody hell, what they're putting in our stuff. Do you know what I mean? But this is free of it, so that's an added bonus if it means anything. So yeah, I've been using this last couple of days of fishing, and I've been using it at home. There's links when this stream finishes on Facebook and on YouTube. Links are in the description below if you want to go check it out yourself. I think I paid £13.99, and that was delivered to the door. Yeah, Chris Lowy Low says, we're talking about the Rich Monkey stove, the Quad Connect. Fantastic bit of kit. He bought one, then they replaced it straight away over the issues. Love the fact you can cook on the level with the adjustable legs. Yeah, I mean, that looks good for that, doesn't it? I might have to see if I can get hold of one, so I can do a little review on it. Katie Bush says, looking for a good brolly system without breaking the bank. Recommendations, please. Depends how much you want to spend, but you can get a decent sort of brolly system without the zipping things and everything else for about 60, 70 quid out there. Or get a second-hand one. Sometimes I buy second-hand gear. I reckon you could probably get, not the bits of steak that Carpy Stephen that Mrs. B gets. You'll never get in there. She goes out of control. Hi, Elliot Scott. I hope you're well, mate. Paul Tice says, going to get one of the kids to buy me a cup for my birthday. 10-best brolly, 140 quid on eBay. I think they've even gone down even further now. I see them for 130 quid, Carpy Stever. Red Osborne Cyprinus, that's the one I was trying to think of for a brolly system. They're about 70, 60, 70, 80 quid, something like that. Evening, Paul Loose. Andrew Hosier says he still can't post on YouTube Live. Andrew, what you need to do, when you go in and you see the live, or if it's a normal video, just scroll all the way down and you'll see a little comments thing. Scroll down all the other videos and things like that, right at the bottom, then you can type something in. And exactly the same with your phone. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom and there'll be a thing that says live chat. Just press that and then you can comment. Peter Mann says, hi Leon, when is Summit bringing out the snaggies? It's going to be some time, Peter, I think. They're so busy with the new Premier black aluminium range and the low profile pod that they're just, you know, they've got to, for the shops, everything else, they've got to complete all them orders before they even think about bringing out anything else at the moment. Matthew Randall says, Leon Gardner have just released their hand sharpened hooks. And these are sharper than new nationals. I didn't know they had. I have to look into those as well. Haven't seen the new Tempest Brolly version 2, Peter, yet. But if it's half as good as the V2 bivvy system with that material, it's going to be a winner, I think. I'm sure you will, Franco, at some point. The Unknown says, has anyone ever fished at the Chasing Dagenham any good? I fished there for many, many, many years when I was younger. I come from that area. I believe there's some very nice carp in there now. I'm not sure if it's a syndicate or a day ticket on there, but it's definitely worth having a go on there. Definitely. Yes, got your message, MJ Moore, and I replied to you. Glad you got the hoodie that you ordered in the end, not one, a random one that they sent you. Yeah, there should be some bargains at the big one, Colin. Manchester Carper's doing a lake review coming up tomorrow on his channel. What lake is it, Manchester Carper? A little bit like the Wild West it is, Michael Goodyear. I used to fish there myself quite a few times. And the Tom Thumb. They are looking at a landing net as well, Jason. They're looking at bringing out a landing net, which is going to be a totally different mechanism than anyone else. But it's a little bit far away because they've got all this stuff going on with all the other stuff at the moment. Oh. Mark Roberts, evening. Well done, Mark Roberts and the Outlaw. David Raham Shelley says, evening Neil, most prolific venue in the Midlands. Planning a social soon and want a nice, easy few fish while concentrating on a catch-up. Now, where's that place which is a proper runs water? I can't remember what it is. We fish off the boards. I fished there many years ago. I haven't fished it for a long time. You've got a good chance of getting a bite there, David. What's it called? Oh, you guys will be able to tell me. Got it, Andrew. Brilliant. Lee Greenhill, evening, mate, to you. Hi, Farron White. Drayton, that's the one, Brian Mills. Thank you. Font of knowledge is Brian, always. Drayton Reservoir, that's the one. David, if you want to go to an easier water where you're going to get bites for a little social, get yourself to Drayton Reservoir. Evening, Nathan. Yes, Colin, pop over to the Summit stand next weekend. I should be on there at the Big One show. Come and say hello, guys. You know, it'd be good to put some names to the faces or faces to the names. Cheers, guys. Drayton Reservoir, yeah. Anthony Vane says, any ideas of a decent Kent club water, mate? There's loads of club waters. Look at Medway Valley Fisheries. You've also got some of the Mid-Kent lakes. There's loads of other clubs around as well with half decent lakes in Kent. And you, David, have a nice evening. Yeah, Adam Hollins says Drayton, but also Clattercote Reservoir is just as good. I've heard of that one. Good luck to you, Cliff, on his 3 nights. Yeah, Mike Rose, I 100% fish zigs at Drayton, the spot over the top. They love it. Evening, Paul James. Evening, Jamie Marshall. We're very lucky in Kent, Ben, aren't we? The Manchester Carp is doing a lake review on the King George V pool in Altrincham. If you're interested in that, get yourself over or watch out for his video tomorrow coming out on that. Fenland Carper says, hi Leon, what is your spring tactics? By the way, Fenland Carpers, how did your little trip go to Willow last week? How did it go? And my spring tactics are, as soon as it gets over 10 degrees, oh, blimey. As soon as it gets, we've got the alarm going off. As soon as it gets over 10 degrees, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, it stopped. Yeah, the old fire alarm went off then. Not Mrs. B's cooking either. Yeah, spring tactics. Now, to me, I don't like to put a lot of bait in, but I start increasing it. But if I'm fishing a runs water type of water, then I start to put a lot more bait in. A lot more particle mix with nice little chopped boilies in there, 10 millers, fish all 3 rods on the same spot. If I'm fishing a harder water with a low stock, I tend to continue a little bit like my winter with nice fluoro pop-ups, maybe a food bait on one. Like last year, I was fishing a corkball pop-up with a wrap of hydronised liver and powders. I start to use the powders and the wraps on the hook baits and things like that, giving that added attraction. Evening, Lord Renwick. Yes. Well done, Chris Bandy, on your Yorkshire mirrors that you had. In a cold wind as well. That's the stake alarm, Nick. Yellow pop-ups, yeah. I mean, what are your guys... What's worked for you over the years in spring? Single pop-up, fluoro pop-up, food bait, piling the bait in, bottom baits, pop-ups, spod mitt, fishing zigs. You know, if I was fishing a deeper water this spring, I'd definitely be on the zigs, 100%. What's your sort of go-to? What do you start off doing when spring comes round, when they're a bit more active? What do you start doing? Even John No Carp Wallace as well. Zigs, Cody McDonald says, definitely. Critically balanced, Bob Penfold. Hempman Corn, Ross Gorton, love it. White pop-ups all year, Andy Wilkinson. Singles, Adam Hollins. Yep, I tend to use a lot of singles, or maybe a little spray. Snowman's with 33 bees, Paul 1 Carp, he says. Live System P Grimmer. Beedham, Mike Hoosley says. Aaron Paul, white pop-up. Yellow pop-ups, Graham Rowland. Yellow pop-ups are a very forgotten colour, aren't they? I don't see many people using yellow pop-ups. Good to listen to Graham, but he's always on the money. Mark Smith, white pop-up, yellow tipper. Chods, yeah, Banoffee singles, sticks and stringers, Northumberland carper. Method feeder with maize and a washed out white or pink pop-up, yeah. Andrew Hossie says, first bubble or show he sees, he throws 10 kilo at it. I love it. What's your name? Jim Shelley? Pete Costin says, plastic corn popped up on a Ronnie. 20mm banana pop-ups, Paul Finesse. Elliot Scott had one an hour ago on a yellow pop-up. Well done, Elliot, mate. Manchester Carper says, spring tactics, lots of chops and singles. Graham Rowland said, daffodils are out, get on the yellows. Yeah. Any daffodils sprouting yet? I haven't seen any daffodils yet. Brett Story says, hi Lil, can you give a shout out to my son Jay? He's 6, watches you all the time. Cheers, mate. There, a little shout out to Jay Story, who's 6 years of age. Young angler in the making now. Peter Staniszewski, hope I've got your name right, Peter. Pineapple pop-up on a Ronnie over particles. Ooh, look at that, keeping it all low. Orange all day long, Wiltshire angler. Andy Wilson's got daffodils in hull. Tommy B says, with a big super chat, thanks very much for the super chat, Tommy B. Cheap rods can be rebuilt fairly easily and spine aligned into a better performing and feeling rod. He did a course, but you can learn from books. This is a thanks for your free advice and help. No problem, Tommy. Thank you very much for sharing. You know, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. You know, it helps the channel. Helps me get things like this so I can do reviews of them. Next vlog on Monday, you got a little mini review of this. And what else did I review? Right, I can't remember now. One more cast says, stop going to the pub and go fishing. Evening, Sean Saunders. James Clark says, what camera do you use for filming when fishing? Right. This is me vlogging camera. I'm going to do a video soon. What's in my camera bag? All right. This is me vlogging camera. As you can see, it's a bit over the top. This is a Canon 70D. It takes brilliant pictures as well, but it's got a really, really good autofocus on it. The 70D by Canon. You can pick them up for about 600 quid. I got mine from mpb.com. It might have been a refurbished one, I'm not sure. Then we've got a 10 to 18 Canon lens. 10 to 18 Canon lens. And that's about 250, 300 quid, I suppose. Then you've got a Rode Pro mic. Another 150 quid, I suppose. And you've got a Joby, should I say, stand there. Which you can angle up like that. So when I'm talking, it's angled at a nice... You can see it, and that's what I use. I use that for my self takes. I use that for the pictures that you see on my Instagram page and that. Plus I use another lens as well. But that's basically it. But you don't have to have this. You can use your phone. A lot of the clips you see in my videos are with this phone, where I just think, oh, I like that. I'll take a little bit of video of a black chicken or of a hook or something like that, where I can't be bothered to get the camera out. I use that. It's got a really good camera in it. And I'll just touch it up in the software that I use, Final Cut Pro X. So there you go, that's what I use. 77D is a good camera as well, Peter. Looks like a black wig, David Fisher. Look at that, look. That's what they call like a cat. I think it's a cat case or something. It covers your mic for when it's really windy. It blocks out all that wind sound. Maximus Carper says, daffodils in South London, mate. Brian Mills says, do you still use multi-mino / minamino? I do as a glaze on my bait before freezing them. Yeah, that's a good, very good tip there, Brian. I do. I mix it. I use it more in the winter time. I mix it with hydrodized liquid liver. Mix that up together. Might put a bit of Italian in there. A bit like a mad scientist, really. There's a few things that have worked for me over the years. Ben Scottin says, where did the nickname RAF come from? Well, I used to be in the RAF Regiment many years ago. RAF Regiment. That's where it comes from, Ben. Dead Cat, Paul Finetch. There you go. Dead Cat. Hi, Sean Monqueen. Hope you're well, mate. It's called a syrup, Dean. Yeah, I think I need. Let's have a look, shall we? Look. What's that? What's that going to look like? Look. Look like a scouser now. How about that? Yeah, Mark Pry hemp oil still good for spring. I like to get a few powders in there, like hydrolyzed liver powder and the greenet mussel powder. This is what I do if I'm using food bait pop-ups, right? I'll get a cool ball pop-up or one of these really buoyant pop-ups, and I put a tiny little bit of liquid in there, hydrolyzed liver, bit of hemp oil, something like that, and I mix it around so it coats it, so it sucks it in. Then, or a bit of minamino or multimino, mix it all in, not loads, just so it coats it, you know, just so it glistens, glazes them. Then I get a spoonful of GLM, spoonful of hydrolyzed liver powder, put that in there and move it about. Keep on moving it about until it soaks right into it. So it creates a lot of paste around it, a little wrap. Then what I do is I get the tights, mesh them up, and that's what I use. Real tight. It keeps all that goodness in there. Plus, when a black chicken picks it up, it's not going to break it all to bits. Tommy B says, Parma ham fat, best pop-up ever. I've heard a few people say to me, ham. Have I tried Parma ham? And I've got to say thank you to you, Obsessive Carper, Rosam, all you guys from Willow and Farlow's for putting me onto that parabolic heater. It's been an absolute godsend since I got one. Now, leave it all in the tub. Leave it all in the tub, Dean. What I'm doing is I'm creating a wrap around it. I'm creating all that natural. You're not boiling it out or anything. It's on an already, it works best with cork ball pop-ups. I'm creating that wrap around it. I also do it with my bottom baits. Like the Monster X, that fish meal bait I was using last year, I was doing exactly the same, creating a wrap. Tiny little bit of liquid, couple of powders, move it around so it wraps it around. So it actually turns a dark colour. So it's like you put a wrap of paste around it. Then you mesh it all together so it's got a controlled leakage, and plus the black chickens or bird life, when they pick it up, they drop it and it doesn't disturb it, doesn't break it up, it all keeps it together. Celeb Williams says, how lovely. No, the gas lasts in your heaters. In those parabolic heaters, I had it on all night on a low setting, and I probably used half a can. Yep, I think, what's this, Ben Osborne saying, AD's on next. AD's doing his live stream, I believe, from what Ben's saying now. Mark Smith says, Dana sell paste wraps. Highly recommended. You know, there's a few guys I know who catch a lot of fish, who do well, keep it secret. They use a little paste wrap and they mesh them up. That's why I had such a good season on last year. A lot of it was on bottom baits or pop-ups in the spring on the Alien Lake with that wrap round it, with a mesh. You look back at some of the videos I did from the spring to summer, you'll see that they're meshed up, and it stops things like the roach gnawing away at it. Andrew Brooks says, what was the name of the heater? The parabolic heater. Parabolic heater. I think they're about 25 quid. I paid for mine. No problem, Andrew. And Andy Watch Me Load says, Watch Me Catch Load says, his 2 pots of SSP pop-ups are due tomorrow. Thanks for the heads up Sunday. If you missed it, these are the pop-ups that I use because they're super buoyant. If anyone remembers, see if I can get them, see too much light on there. If anyone remembers the pop-ups I used to sell, my extra specials, they're exactly the same pop-up mix. They're super buoyant and they take a flavour really well. They're really spongy because they've got a certain ingredient in them which I don't think anyone else has it in them. Because I gave them the mix for it. Now, 2 of these, there's a link. Again, I think I put a link in the description. I always do every live stream. The link for that, or on the closed Facebook group, it only takes 1 bite. 2 of these pots, which will last you for absolute ages, $9.99 off eBay, free postage. You can't say fairer than that, can you? I will be at the big one, Luke Wicks, next Sunday at the Farnborough Show, the big one. Guys, if you're about, come and say hello. Come and say hello on the Summit Tackle Stand. Be good to see you. Tommy B says he only uses bottom baits, just a confidence thing, I suppose. Depends on the lake I'm fishing. Now, this year on the Park Lake, there was no weed in there. So, up until the winter, I was using bottom baits. Alien Lake, where there's lots of weed, and weed's growing fast, I use the multi-rig. I use pop-ups. Colin Osborne says, SSP pop-ups are like the Viagra of pop-ups. Guys, if you want a pop-up that stays popped up for about a week and takes a flavour, they're not rock hard, check out these ones. You put your own flavours on them. These are like a, I don't know how to describe it, it's like a nutty, creamy, Scopexy smell. But I put Talin on mine, no matter what time of year it is, and a little bit of the flavour, and it sucks it in. You put loads of it in there. You could put pineapple on it or whatever. It's just the fact that they pop up so well and they take on a flavour. That's the way I've got them to make them. That's how I want my pop-ups. That they're so good. No, it must be Cameron. It must be available on there because I see it the other day. It's definitely on there. I'll check after I've gone. Here we go. Brian Mills was in the house. He knows a thing or two about bait. What's your best flavour or attractor or flavour combination you've ever used, Brian? If someone was starting out, like some of the young guys we've got on here, because there's so many different baits out there. Someone who knows a thing or two about bait, Brian, or even Graham who's on here, he knows more than anyone I know about bait. What's your most favourite or best working or flavour you would say to someone, that's the winner? If I could choose one, or an attractor, that's what I'd use. Go ahead, young angler. Make some of them up or buy some of them. What would you recommend, Brian and Graham? Well, I'll text the guy, Carly Boy, and I will get him to put some more up, because they should have sold out, because I know he's got loads of them. Graham Rowland says squid. Is that a squid powder, Graham, or is that a squid liquid? Brian Mills, maple Scopex. But is it the right maple, and is it the right Scopex, Brian? I'm presuming it is. There's a lots of different Scopex out there, lots of different maples. There's only certain ones which have got a real good profile that have worked over the years really well. And you can only get them from certain places. Becky Babe, evening to you. Matrix, Tommy B, Strawberry Krill, Richard. Scopex, yeah, one of the all-time great flavours, Scopex, isn't it? John Baker Maple, yeah. I tell you what, John Baker knows a thing or two about flavours and attractors, doesn't he? Darren Wilson, Shellfish Sensapil with amino liver and GML powder. I'm hearing you, mate. I'm not sure if the Shellfish Sensapil and a lot of those old hutchy flavours are exactly the same as they used to be. Because things become unavailable, don't they? There's a few flavours out there now, attractors, a few liquid enhancers that are totally different to what they was years ago. Yep, JB's spot on, isn't he, Graham? Hutchie Maple on Nest Scopic #1. Definitely Oliver Queen. White Chocolate, Dean McLeod. Yep. Or, yes, as Matthew Randall says, instead of going to eBay, you can go straight to the SSP website. They're doing 2 on there for £9.99 free postage, I believe. Garlic's a very underrated powder. I like that, Ken. Wax Catcher, Camel's Helmet. I love it. L030, Greg Tealsdale. One of my most favourite liquids of all time. But you can't get it in its original form anymore, unfortunately. You can't get it. I've still got a little bit myself, but you can't get it anymore in its original form. Nash Whiskey, that used to be another good one, didn't it? Tutti Frutti, but then again, Tutti Frutti. It's got to be the one where you get the Tutti Frutti flavour, or the boilie, or whatever it is, ready-made, you go, and it makes you cough. It physically makes you cough. Hutchison Monster Crab was a brilliant one, wasn't it? Premier Baits Peach Melba. God, I caught so many fish on that, Colin, years ago. Pineapple flavour's got to be the mainline one. Skunk, oh, Sean McQueen. Oh, That was an absolute brilliant one. If the truth be known, when I used to work for Sticky Baits, when they first took it over, I gave them the recipe for the what was it? What was the pop-ups? The pink pop-ups. The pink ones they did. Well, that was my recipe, and one of the liquids in there was the skunk liquid. Garlic oil and Marmite, Stephen Langley. Yeah, Marmite's a really good active yeast. Scent from Hell, Mark Rosam. Yeah, they are. That's got a lot of N-butyric acid in it. Scent from Hell. I think it's all N-butyric acid. Another really good, another good addition. Nash oil, amber strawberries with that old Nashy strawberry oil in there. That penitent was really good. Bookerberry, that's the one, Brian. Bookerberry. Well, I invented those bookerberries for Sticky Baits, and that's got part of the what was the makeup of the liquids. The 4 liquids in there was the skunk oil. It's called something else, obviously, but yeah, Scent from Hell was monster crab and N-butyric acid. I think it's got more N-butyric acid than anything, but yeah, they're good. Yeah, Booker, Sean McQueen, the Booker oil is an essential oil. Very expensive essential oil, but it is a really good one. Geranium oil, that used to be another good one. Mix that with the Booker oil as well. Them two together were a good addition. Christopher Bingle, yeah, it would make the fish high. Joe No Carp Wallace, thanks for popping in, mate. Yeah, Richworth baits don't exist anymore as far as I'm aware. Desi One Bell. Darren Sartin, if I'd kept these for yourself, Leon, you'd have been bigger than Maynard. Well, it's just, you know, you'd be surprised. I have over the years, through different companies I've done work with, I've given them good. Well, I'll give you another one. You remember, any of you old school carpers over here, remember the first proper fluoro baits Lockheed Soda brought out? Well, I gave him the ingredient to make them fluoro that came from a faraway country. There's lots of things that people don't realise that I've sort of invented or given people the ingredients to make baits and things like that over the years. But that's just it. That's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah, Kevin Miller says N-butyric acid, don't use it in the house, it's evil. Did you know that N-butyric acid is what they use in the cheese making industry for cutting the cheese? And also it's used in the countryside for gassing badgers. There you go. Sean McQueen said, had fun times going to France fishing with 100 kilos skunk oil in the van. I bet you did, mate. There you go. Paul French says he puts a full bottle of Baileys in his spot mix once and smashed it. Yeah, that's a very good Baileys because of the alcohol content in there. And it's creamy as well. It's very good to put in your stick mix or your particle mix if you want a dry sort of, not a lot of liquid in there, any time of year. Neil Wright said, did you say your camera's a 450D? No, it's a 750D. No, sorry, what am I talking about? I'm talking rubbish. Talking rubbish. It's a 70D, that one. I've got a 700D and a 450D as well. David McBride says, any tips on using Marmite? Sure, nobody uses it around here. Well, because it's a yeast, I would put the Marmite. You can either put it in a boil. If you make your own boilies, put Marmite in it. Or put it in your stick mix, something like that. Tommy B, it would not surprise me because a lot of the mainline baits, the main ingredient is like a meat derivatory, which would make sense when you say Parma ham. D. Aston says, Red Bull in your stick mix. I'll tell you what, D. Aston, that's a good little secret tip that is from a few people in the know that I've spoke to who fish a lot of matches and that. They put Red Bull in their stick mix. Chopped worms and bloodworms. Namplar can be very effective, Tommy B. Yeah. Yeah. As Brian Mills says, or wrap Marmite around your hook bait. Jeff Kemp, Green Zing, another one. And Milk Bee, remember that? Mexican onion oil. Oh my God, that is worse than N-butyric acid. Now that is the worst of the worst smell. Mexican onion oil. Ian Midge says, hi Leon, do you think that the sweet baits pick up more commons than mirrors, or it's just down to individual? It's just down to, you can't, just down to individuals, I think. As Mark Rossum says, fish love bait, they do. It's more difficult to make a bait that won't catch you a fish, believe me. 99.9% of baits that you could ever make, with whatever you put in there within reason, you would catch fish on it. Pepper Army's another good one. Actimel's an awesome glug. Coca-Cola in hemp, look at that. Milk Beaver's Cotswold base. Yep. Wasn't there, what was the one that Kempy had that was like milk something? Yeah, Red Bull's full of talent. Boil the Red Bull first. Yeah, good one, Carper. God, D. Aston, yeah, that's a proper stick mix, isn't it? Evening Andy Gibbons, Honey Yucca Tang, yeah. Tommy B's got a recipe for a 1960s special paste. Tommy, email it to me, message it to me. Evaporated milk, that's a good one. Condensed milk's another very good one to put in your spot mix. Or if you're doing particles like groats, put some of that in there. Sucks it all in. It's the taurine that is in the Red Bull, yeah? Oliver Queen. The taurine drives the fish crazy. Vanilla spice or coconut. Milk bee, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Milk bee was a Kempy additive. Have I got a 1960 special paste? Bloody hell. Well, it's not a lot different to what I use now. Hydrolyzed liver. That's the base of all my sort of pastes. That L030 I would have used as well. Bellicum paste. Mix that into that paste with that hydrolyzed liver powder and green link mussel powder. Mix all that up. But I use it as a wrap on my boilies. That type of thing. All my secrets are coming out now, Tommy. Milk bee was Cotswold's bait. What was the one? What was the milk something that Kempy used to do? Jeff Kemp. There was one called milk something or something milk that he used to do. Yeah. Yeah, the Floricolour that I got hold of was from India, I think, all them years ago. Peanut butter thinned out with warm water on nut baits. Yeah, peanut butter, guys. If you've never, just go and get yourself peanut butter, thin it out, and use that. That's good in a stick mix or as a glug or, you know. Evaporated milk, that's the one. Evaporated milk, Brian. That's it. I knew it was something like that. But Milk bee was very, very good as well, wasn't it? Cotswold bait. Evaporated milk and ice cream. That's the one, because I used to use it years and years ago. Blackberries in the autumn. Awesome. Fished under a tree in the margins. I'm hearing you. Darren Holmes, have a very good holiday. Right, guys, we've only got a couple of minutes left. Don't forget, if you're not part of the closed Facebook group we've got, do a search. It only takes one bite. Watch out Monday for the latest and the last winter vlog. We'll be having a look at the Manhart travel mug, which there's a link to down below when this gets loaded up on Facebook and on YouTube. Also, check out hoodies, t-shirts, like you guys know, on the website leoncarper.com. And good luck to Obsessive Carper and Rossum over the weekend of their qualifier at Farlow's. Thank you very much, Tommy B. Send me a message, Tommy B, and I'll give you a list of the little bits and pieces I put in my paste and that. Thank you for all the super chats tonight, especially Tommy B. Appreciate them. Grace Douglas, little shout out before we go. Always a pleasure. Thank you for every single one of you turning up tonight and giving your time to help with this great community. Help with the questions, help with the answers, give all your input. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this many people watching. And I appreciate it all, every single one of you. Right, guys, have a brilliant Wednesday night. I'm off to watch the football, Barcelona-Chelsea. And see you for the next live stream, which will be Sunday night. See you then. Bye, guys.